Matthew Shepard was a 22-year-old homosexual student at the University of Wyoming who was beaten, tortured, and left to die, presumably for his sexual orientation, by Aaron McKinley and Russell Henderson, both of which were sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms for murder. James Byrd, he was a 47-year-old African-American man who was tied behind a pickup truck and dragged for over 3 miles over asphalt. Throughout this, he was awake and conscious for about a little over half of it, and he felt everything for about 1.5 miles until he hit a culvert, which is like a metal drainage pipe, which is along the side of lots of roads, which immediately removed his right arm and his head. His killers drove his dead body for another 1.5 miles before dumping it at an all-black church. Both of the killers in the truck were the first white men to receive the death sentence for killing a black man in the state of Texas. After both of these 2 men were murdered, acts were passed by both states and by Congress to stop it from happening again in some capacity. The most famous of the acts was the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Prevention Act, which is a really long title. It's commonly shortened to the Matthew Shepard Act.